I want to spend some time talking about the learning disabilities that I had throughout my life. When I was in high school and grammar school, I did not know I had learning disabilities. One of the teachers or guidance counselors told my mother, well, he's just a little slow, so don't worry about it. And it was a celebration in my home when I got a C. In other words, all my other grades were lower than a C. Then I went into the Army and I went to Vietnam, and I came back lean and mean. And I was also told that they would pay for me to go to college. So I said, okay, I'll go to college. When I went to college, I started realizing that I really couldn't read that well, and I really struggled through it. And we figured out that I was dyslexic. And so I figured out ways to get around reading. One was taking notes in class. However, if the professor gave us an exam on something that wasn't in his class, but was in the book, I had a little bit of trouble. So I had all kinds of ways to compensate. Later in life, and this dyslexia doesn't go away, okay? You have it forever. I have it now, and I can have trouble reading something. Later in life, some great tools came along to save me. One was spell check, which was wonderful. The other is dictating words into an Excel Word document, so I don't have to type, because I'll type backwards also. So I don't have to type much, but I have to go through and make sure that it's good. And the way I do that is to have it read to me. One of the other things that I did throughout my professional career to deal with this is to pivot and focus on different things. So when I got hired in the first investment bank, after a while, I realized, I need to focus on numbers and not writing. So when I went to Lehman Brothers, after a while, I knew that if I were going to write memos or things like that, it wouldn't reflect well on me. And so I focused more on trading stocks and bonds and derivatives and things like that. It really helped. I worked as hard as I could. And I know you've probably heard this many times, but I found the harder I worked, the luckier I got, and the harder I worked, the better I got. When I went to college, and I'm just going back, when I did start college, I worked hard and I got an A. It was the first A I got in my life. I couldn't believe it. So I said, well, if I can get an A once, maybe I can get an A again. And I just started working harder, and I did it. And it was much harder work than what the other students had to do. So I knew that in order to overcome, I did that. Now I know that a lot of students in my classes have issues, have learning disabilities, and they need to know that I'm on their side and I will work with them. And I continuously do that. I do that in all of my classes. They have a friend in me when it comes to that.